feelings. Something happened, I'm sure. So these are the things that you should push forward for, right? You know, it's funny. The nation always had a remnant that stayed true to what was truly given on Mount Sinai, while the other nations, the rest of the nation of Israel, followed after Satan, right? They were their Essenes. They called them the Zadokite children that left, that became a remnant. So, of course, when the Most High comes, he's going to go amongst them, the Essenes. And then when he comes back, he comes by himself and teach by himself, because he didn't need anybody. He was a master. And he wants you to be like him in this latter day, not in the time that they were around, that Israel ruled for the 1,000 years. Right? This is what you have to start to look into. Process that information. How would they tell that information in story form? From the time of Christ up until now. How would they put that into story form of what happened up until now, so that we can get a grasp of what truly happened amongst the nations by digging into the historical books that was written and applying that to the Bible to understand how we got to where we are. So now we're hearing all manners of things about we didn't come from Africa and slave ships and all that. We should dig into that as well, because you want to know, well, if that didn't happen, then this whole thing is not true. So now you have to figure out what is in that story. This is how you get truth, and this is how God is giving you truth. We don't understand how God gives it to us, so we're not able to perceive what that truth is, because our disconnect that we're not part of God, or we are not of God, or we're not God's. So until Israel is able to manifest that within themselves of seeing God and able to apply God to their everyday life to be more effective with the brothers and sisters that they know that they have, that follow the same constitution as them, even though we don't have power to implement it. Until you understand how to implement it to where that we are dictators, not dictators, but fully responsible for ourselves, with nobody begging for another nation to save them, i.e., we don't have this in America because the government. That's you applying another nation over you. Till we get this understanding and this knowledge and apply it to our day-to-day struggle of the love that we have for others other than ourselves, and see what it truly is. Yeah, I can talk about it for days. Everybody that knows this stuff can talk about it for days. But until you get it together and show people that this is true, and we come together and we show people that this is true, that all Israel, listen. Even though that you know that God doesn't want everybody, right? You know that. But you should still act or try to talk to them like God loves them. Because now it's not on you to change their mind. It's on them to change their mind. It's for you to present the information in a way that they can understand it in love and kindness. Not in you're dumb and this and this and that. Because that does not fix what's happening. It perpetuates what's happening amongst us. Who cares about the other nations? Amongst us. Christ says your brothers and sisters should be those that are in the faith with you, because they understand you more than those that are not in it with you. Till you get that and be able to apply that to this life that these people are living, where they see no hope, they don't see anything beyond this life, but you get the opportunity to, till you're able to show them that, we ain't gonna make no progress. We're not gonna make progress, because as long as you just believe that and you're still doing what the nations want you to do, you're still a slave. So until you're able to grab that together and look at it all at once, we're gonna still be here. Don't you know that you should save yourself? He that endureth to the end. So they made you think the end was you waiting for God to open up the heavens and come and get you. All the Revelations was an allegory, was a story that, a story of mysteries. You actually believe that he was going to open up the heavens and come and save you? No. You have to endure to the end. You have to see this out. You are the anointed. You are Christ. You're not God himself. You're not the Son himself. Why is that a hard concept? So there can't be two CEOs in the room. What? There can't be two CEOs in the room. Then people be like, oh, but there's not two CEOs in a company. But that's not what we are. Everybody is equal, on equal footing. We all have the same intelligence that is given to us by the Most High. So why would I be above my brother or even Christ? So he wouldn't give us the opportunity to do this on our own, to manifest the true love of God within us, which you have to use your brain first. You can't just say, oh, I tried to follow. No, we have to rehearse the righteous acts. How are you going to rehearse it if you have no way of rehearsing? How? You're not able to, judge a law from what you provided or your ancestors provided, only up until after Christ comes. That's the understanding. But how are you going to rehearse it? So obviously there's going to be a time period of us doing it before we leave as a nation or before Christ comes. There's going to be a time of us doing it first as a nation and being successful. It's all throughout the scriptures. The nations know who we are by the time Christ comes. They come and attack us by the time Christ comes. So that means we have to get it together. We have to be able to rehearse it so that when we go in, we are already doing what is right. He doesn't have to come and tell us, listen, you still doing the things that you was doing in America? Or in Babylon the Great? You still doing those things? No, we're gonna have it perfect by then. This is the knowledge that we should be striving for. What to do next, because it's already written for us to implement the history and the future. So if that was the view of our ancestors as a whole, even though they all prophesied in part, meaning God is the one that has the true view, we work with God, so our mind is of God, so we only do what God wants through only being God. Through being God. If that's hard for you to understand, hit me up, ask me, and I'll explain it in the best way that I can. But us having the same mindset of the future, we're able to work towards a particular goal. But until we put aside those petty differences, those of, oh, the understanding. No, the understanding will figure itself out once you seek the kingdom first. Seek being a nation first. That's what Christ told you. Don't worry about what the hell you worrying about, what clothes you wearing, or what you're gonna eat if you don't have a nation. Why are you worried about that? You don't even you didn't even get this done first. This done. And you worried about clothes and all that stuff? You don't think that stuff would just happen because you're gonna have so many people working together as a nation? So it will be added unto you. Why are you worried about that? Be worried about becoming a nation, a people of its own, where you have your own place. That's what you should be doing. We have a disconnect from our ancestors still, even in the Israelite doctrine, because when brothers don't have the time to sit and think, and they're always doing unit work, or they're always doing camp, and they work, and they still have to do that stuff, you're putting a burden on them brothers' shoulders. And you're not giving them time to actually develop and learn from the Most High, because they're always learning from the teachers or the elders within. We have to have everyone learning from the Most High. We have to have everyone learning from the Most High. That's what it is. Study to show thyself approved unto God. I don't need to know what you're doing, but I should expect, or I should feel, that you are doing the same thing I'm doing by studying different books, so that you can learn what your avenue is to help this nation, become a nation. That's what it should be. That's why a lot of the brothers that stay home and they learn, and they're not part of any particular camp, they learn a lot more than those brothers that are in camps, because those brothers that are in camps, they don't have time to learn. They don't have time to soak it in, to get the true information that is hidden within the scriptures. And that's what Facebook did. It showed that there's brothers out here that are trying to take the time to actually study. I mean, some of them are going to go off because they don't have guidance. I mean, you should get guidance first. You should be a part of a camp for at least 3 to 5 years, so that you can learn what this is about first before you apply it to the world. And the world that I'm talking about is the nation of Israel. I'm trying to make that very clear. Our world is totally different than what the rest of the world is. Chinese world is totally different than the American world, meaning their life is different than ours. The Russian life is different than South America's life. Their worlds are different, but we're still on the same planet. But at the end of the day, this is what we need to do. That should be the game plan. Regardless if certain leaders don't want to do it, we have to go to them. We all should have meetings about this. At least the elders of different brothers that have different plans for the nation, to at least see if we can implement them, to see if it works together. Anyway, I'm Furious Black, and I approve this message. Nah, I was just playing, but thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, you know what I'm saying? Please support, you know what I mean? And help me, get to the nation, so that we can, get this together. Share my videos. Even if you don't understand them, you might have to watch my videos more than once, because I put so much thought into what I'm putting forth into this world. So I might jump all over the place, but if you get the time to listen, and then you listen to the whole thing, and then you're able to go back and listen again, there's certain things that are going to come together. I mean, it's the Lord's will that I bring it out that way. Even though I'm telling you everything, from Adam to the future. I'm giving it to you in a different way. in a different way. So I told brothers I'll never leave God. And if I leave God, I'm dead, man. That's real. So, yo, I'm Furious Black, and I pray that you guys take what I said to heart. We need to really become a nation and understand what that is, and not have a disconnect of someone coming to save us. Even though Christ is coming, it's just not in the time that you think he's coming. It says, come out of her, my people, so you're not partakers of her sins. But that doesn't say Christ comes and take us out of there. It says do it yourself so you don't get ruined with that person. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. But yo, I'm Furious Black, and I appreciate you guys watching.